Hello everyone, welcome back to the beautiful flight simulator session. I'm Shivansh, some pilot, and today we are going to fly another exciting aircraft. This time it's the Airgenesis 330-300 in the beautiful colors of Asiana Airlines. If most of you don't know, or they don't know about the merger or things, Asiana is going to be merged with Korean Airlines soon. I think later this year. I don't know the month or the date, but yeah, it's a beautiful airline, beautiful livery. There might be some good enough reasons for the merger. So our registration for the day is Hotel Lima 7794, flying from RKSI Incheon International Airport to VVTS Hanoi. And now let's get in and start up this beauty. Okay, batteries 1, 2, 3 on, APU starter on. I'll just increase the volume of the simulator. Okay, APU is starting up. Till then, we'll introduce the weights to this aircraft. Okay, I'll just open SimBrief. No need of SimBrief actually. I'll just connect to IVAO first. Plugins, Expilot, Release, TCAS Control, IVAO. Okay, we will set the comms first. I don't know why the hell can I see the lights on the comms on this side, but yeah, I think it has something to do with the emergency backup system, which shouldn't be the case for real world aircraft because the ECAM is also on, PFD is also on, but I don't know. I don't know anything about this plane. We'll go to times and weights, a little bit down, PAX 275, the cargo 32.6 tons, 32600. Are these weights in kgs or not? I don't know. 83.4. So I think we are full today. Let me just check if these weights are in kg or not. I don't know why I put payload in fuel. 73.4 is the fuel. Okay. So the fuel is increasing. We have to start refueling again. We just let it be. Naval logo on, seatbelt signs on, emergency lights on. I'll just make sure to switch on the audio of fly up. Okay. It says it's waiting for tracking. I don't know. I don't know why it's waiting for tracking. Cruise supply, ground control, Iris 1 nav, Iris 2 nav, Iris 3 nav. Has the fuel loaded 73.4 times? No, it's only for 84. Otherwise, I'll just refuel it again. Okay, we'll turn on the bleed. In it, we'll be flying from RKSI / Victor Bingo Tango Sierra. Okay, our alternate is going to be VVCR Charlie Romeo. Flight number is going to be AAR 731. Our cruise is going to be flight level 380 initially. I haven't checked about step climbs yet. Let me just check about step climbs. So we have 400, of course we do. just cancel this one, start one more. Okay, what's up with the fuel? Fuel is, we started refueling, it's refueling now. Okay, cruise right above max flight level. Of course, the max is not here because we haven't filled up the in and B page. So 3-4 right, Bokta to Yankee departure. Let's just check the real life runway. Okay, so one plane has just departed, Korean Air 411 from Seoul to Auckland. 33 left it has used. Okay, is there any other aircraft using 3-4 right? Let me check. Yeah, one aircraft just departed using 3-4 right, no worries. Okay. Three four right, Bokta to Yankee. I'll just, you know what? I'll just import the flight plan from next time. 3-4 right, Bokta to Yankee, none. Okay. After Bokta, we have Zulu 51, Yankee 711. Zulu 51. One sec, yeah. Yeah. Zulu 51 and then it was Yankee 711. There we have Bedis, then we would have Yankee 711 to Zulu 452. I don't think this will work over here. No, this won't. So after Bedis, Yankee 711, Yankee 742. Yankee 711, Yankee 742. What do we get over here? Mogos. Okay, Mogos is correct. Okay, after Mogos, Yankee 472, Quebec 11. What the hell? Is it Yankee 742? My bad. Yankee 742, Salmi, Quebec 11. Okay, Salmi is correct. Salmi and then Quebec 11. 1 second now. Yeah, my bad. Quebec 11, then Bravo 5911. Quebec 11, Bravo 591. One second now, guys. Yeah, just had an important call. So, number is HCN Golf 86 Kapli. Okay, HCN. We have Golf 86. And it's to Kapli, then Maltru. Kilo Alpha Papa Lima Uniform. Correction, India. Then we have Mike Alpha Delta Romeo uniform. Mike Alpha Delta Romeo uniform. Then we have Sulux. Sierra Uniform Lima Uniform X-ray. Then what do we have? Idleg. India Golf Lima Echo Golf. And what do we have? Ikela. India Kilo Echo Lima Alpha. Then Alpha 1 to Quebec 1. Alpha 1 Quebec 1. Insert. Okay. After Quebec 1 we have to direct Doven. Okay, we'll expect arrival runway 25 left, Doven 5 Echo arrival. 25 left, Doven 5 Echo. This one. Okay, insert. Okay. Secondary flight run copy active init B page. R0 fuel weight is 184 tons. 184. Block fuel is 74. Okay. Okay, extra time is of 4 hours 53 minutes. Yeah, I actually think that's normal with Asiana Airlines. So and B is okay, off. Takeoff performance actual gross weight is 258022. Clear. 258022. Next. Wait, did not enter. Why? 258022. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Gross weight 258021. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What was my estimated takeoff weight on somebody? Yeah, it's actually pretty low. I don't know why. Let me check. Max takeoff weight is 242. Oh, shoot. That's the issue. Max takeoff weight is 242 tons. I am taking more than that. I'll reduce the passengers. 200. Start loading quick loader. Okay, 178 tons. Is it okay now? Yeah, it's okay. No, it's still high. Gross weight is still high. To lower the gross weight, I will reduce the cargo to 20,000. Yeah, gross weight has come down 239,416. Okay. So zero fuel weight is 165,400. So the rest of the cargo, what the hell? 165.4. I'm pretty disoriented today. So the rest of the cargo will come on the another Asiana Airlines flight. For now, we will do the calculations with this one. 239,415. Okay, what's our CG? 18. It won't accept 18, I think. Yeah, it won't. 21, it won't accept. Wind direction. Okay, at Incheon, the wind direction is 300 degrees, 5 knots. Temperature is 28, so it's gonna be 301. QNH is 1013. Runway direction, since we are choosing 34 right, select 342. And how long is runway? 4000. Runway conditions, dry. Takeoff not possible. Reduce weight or change the runway. Sir, with 4000 meters of the runway, if I cannot take off, then what the hell? I'll reduce the cargo to 10,000 then. 15 tons. I think 10 is okay. Start loading, quick load up. 155 decimal 4. Let me just input over there. Okay. So 229,410. Okay, 229,410 works. So zero fuel weight is now 155.4. The CG is 20.4 actually, but the aircraft has given us something else. Let me check. It's given us 19. Flaps 1 up 7. Air conditioning will be off. Flaps 1 up. We'll choose up 6. Flex 60, 145, 151, 155. Flex 60, 146, 151, 155. Okay, this is set. Squawk. Squawk is also set. Comms is also set. Beacon on. Let's check chocks are there or not. Chocks are not there. Okay, fuel pumps on. Let me check this. Yeah, this should be dim. Okay, our cruise will be 380.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Beautiful plane. Just took a screenshot, and I do not think HL7794 uses Rolls-Royce engines. so I might have to change. So HL7794 uses Pratt & Whitney.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, we have got one aircraft on ground. Our pushback time was supposed to be 0955. Let's check. Okay, we'll be pushing back before schedule. Pushback tag is connecting. We'll check the starts, correction charts. One second, I'll just check the charts. So it's a long taxi, we'll be pushing back on Romeo 1. Okay, no worries. I'm just checking the taxi charts. So in the meantime, we'll push back and start our
Ground to cockpit.
engines.
Please show me where you want to go. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, parking brake will be released. And engine
Starting
traffic.
pushback.
This
And you may
is
start
Asiana
engines.
763 heavy pushing back facing southeast onto Romeo 1 engine. Okay, we'll start the engines. Engine 1 start. Till then, I'll just figure out. Okay, so this chart is aero movement. I'll just note it down. Don't tell me there's ATC. No, there's no ATC. Yeah, I forgot to check this time. Notepad. So we'll be taxiing via Romeo 1. Romeo right on Romeo 1, 2. And then we'll be taking a left on Romeo 4. Correction, we won't actually take the left on Romeo 4. Let me just check. Okay, we would be taking a left on Zulu. Actually, it's November. So we'll be taking a left on November to holding point November 1. Correction, Sierra. November, loading point Sierra. Left on November, HP Sierra. 34 right. Okay. We'll start up beautiful engine 2 after we have checked this is normal. Yeah, this one is normal. Engine will start. So we'll be taxing pretty soon because this one is going to stabilize. EGT is falling. Now it's rising. Now it will fall again, and then the avail light will come up. See here, now it's decreasing the EGT. Now the avail light will light up the screens. Of the
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Engine mode normal. APU bleed off. APU master switch off. Weather radar on. Prevention system on. Speed brakes. Spoilers armed. Mode to max. Up normal. PCAS TA. Flaps 1. Up 6.0. Okay, disconnect. Everything looks great. I'll just switch this to all. Where was this? Yeah. And Incheon traffic, this is Asiana 763 heavy. We are taxiing to holding point Sierra, runway 34 right. We are Romeo 1, right on Romeo 12, left on
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Parking brakes released, chrono switched on, nose lights taxi, wing lights on. Here we go. Okay, here we come Hanoi. RJDG Center, Fukuoka Control 128.12. Why am I getting this? I shouldn't, but yeah. Okay, we'll just check our flight controls. Full down, full up, left aileron on, right aileron on, left rudder, right rudder. Flight controls free and correct. Okay, speed below 20 knots. I think this is Romeo 12 on our right. Coming. Let me just check. 261. Yeah, this is Romeo 12. I think, yeah, this is supposed to be Romeo 12. Yeah, it's written over there. Now we will be taking left on November, and it's supposed to be the last left. So the first left is supposed to be Romeo 4. Yeah, this one is Romeo 4 on our left. And now it's supposed to be Mike, and then November. Okay, left checked, right checked. Okay, auto brakes, max, takeoff config, test. we will be lining up now. I'll just announce it. Incheon traffic, Asiana 763 heavy lining up runway 34 right via Sierra Incheon. Incheon traffic, Asiana 763 heavy taking off runway 34 right, Incheon. Ready? Take off. Stabilized. What then? Yeah. Manflex 60 SRS runway auto as well. Thrust in. But pallet 2 engaged. Let's just wait for our takeoff thrust reduction. Should be any time now. Okay, thrust climb. What's happening with my throttle? Thrust climb. Beautiful departure from Incheon. And Incheon traffic, Asiana 763 heavy A1 passenger 2,500 feet climbing to flight level 380 via flight plan route Incheon. speed flaps up. Spoilers disarm. Runway turn off lights and nose lights go off. Okay, so that was it for the departure, guys. The recording will stay on, and I'll see you during the later phase of the flight. Till then, stay tuned. Okay, so we are back in cockpit. We'll just check how far the DD is. Looks pretty far. Let me check over here. Okay, there's no DD. I think that's because of the discontinuity. Let's remove it. Okay. So, do you think that I missed my DD? Doesn't say decelerate over here. No worries. We are going to manual rate. Okay, we were over our DD. No worries at all. Okay. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to fill up the METAR and everything. First of all, we'll check if we have any outstanding ATC message. No, we do not have. And now we'll check the METAR and ATC messages. Correction. And the METAR and the runway in use. So first off, we go for the METAR. So QNH 1009 it is. We do not have sea level pressure available. So we'll just convert QNH 1009 in inches, which will give us 2980 inches of mercury. 2980 inches of mercury. That's a term doing its best job over there. Temperature is 28. Winds 230 degrees 08 knots. Okay, so now we will check the arrival runway. So okay, so a flight from Guangzhou just arrived. We'll just check which runway to, because interestingly it also went for T2, which we will be going for too. It took 25 right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check our runway. It's 25 left. Now let's check if people are landing on 25 left. Negative, it's 25 right. So we'll be rerouting ourselves from 25 right to 25 echo. 25 right, is there Zulu? Yes, there is. Okay, so since we are not zooming, we call our best buddy over here, which are the spoilers. There's the 446.4 volts. What did we fuel up for that? Oh, my bad. We have extra fuel of 33 tons. 37 tons. So, I don't know why Asiana Airlines always does this. I'll have to check it with the Symmetry profile. Something might be wrong because, of course, a virtual airline so it was never doing this correction. So I have to get the briefing for 25 right. Okay, so VVTS, here we come. So since we only have ILS Whiskey X-ray and Yankee for 25 right, we'll be assuming our standard minima of 200. So let's do that. 200 standard minima. Okay, we are in Mount Dala. So we need to track our speed break since we are now on alpha. Let's check if there is any approach anything. etc. Okay, VTPP center is there, but we do not need to worry because that person is not control this thing, unfortunately. Look at that. Pretty sure there's a city down there. Yeah. So those lights are making the clouds glow. That's what I think. Otherwise they will. I should have turned on the engine ice, but icing is not happening. That's what I think. But we'll turn it on nevertheless. EGT is pretty good. It's not high, so there's no icing on the engine right now. Okay, so I think I should extend these buddies a bit. Yeah, I think this much is great. Look at these formations, guys. Oh my god. Arriving into Vietnam is so beautiful. we turn on the landing light seatbelt signs, landing light seatbelt signs, and LS. Okay, everything is turned on, and I was just checking New Zealand's weather, so like I can go to Auckland, I'll put in Wellington, and I'll put in Queenstown. Okay, so there's no probability of snow in the upcoming days. Very good welcome in Vietnam for us. Let me check if there are showers IRL. Let's just experience whether we are reaching. Nope, there are no showers IRL. Okay, what do I see? Is my plane going to deviate? Of course not. So this is the Aerogenesis 330 beta version. So this is the beta 2, and I am just checking because without the beta version, in the previous stable version, it used to, like, let's say I'm inbound Tango Sierra 438, it will like randomly disconnect its NLAV without no notification to the pilot. Nav will still in green. Going just go straight, it won't follow this path. So yeah, that's just a weird thing about this plane. Yeah. It's just freeware, and we should learn to appreciate, because this thing is also really hard to create. And remember, it's still in def. So yeah, pretty excited about the future updates of the Aerogenesis A330-300. Just checking the announcements and things. I'm just checking if there is any new update now. No, it's the beta 2, which is the latest release. So we are a bit late on arrival according to the scheduled time of arrival, because we're too heavy. Next time I fly, I will be very sure to set the correct sim brief profile. I would actually create a new profile for this Aerogenesis A330, including the maximum takeoff weights and everything, because sim brief is just going like way off. So yeah, we'll have to limit service. What beautiful pictures do we have? We are arriving 30 minutes delayed. Okay, guys. So we are at 9,000 fully stabilized. Of course, not for the approach. Stabilized for the descent. We are still really heavy, and I'm going to perform the landing performance. I know it's done during the descent. I'll do it right now. Actual cross rate 201,398. 201,398. Okay. What's the max landing weight? Okay, so we are above the maximum landing weight, ladies and gentlemen, and we do not have a fuel jettison number. That's a really big news. How to use the jettison in the 330? I'll have to search for it, because last time I tried to find the fuel jettison switch, there was none. Okay, so it's supposed to be below the Aderos. I'll search over there on the flight control panel. Okay, there's no jettison over here. It should be over here and over here, but there's no jettison. So, which means we will have to fly and land overweight. Okay, and we have a traffic. So no worries. So now you can see the LNAV. It's going way off. Let's see if it corrects. I don't think so it will correct. So as the PIC, I will take action. It should work right now. I'll let it sooner. Let's see. Flight directors are going left. The aircraft is also going left. So like a bit of heading mode and then out. And then it gets off on approach. But we have to descend. And I am pulling out the we do not have the D written. I think it's over here. We'll check the descent thing. In the front. It's not. Unsurprisingly, we have got a discontinuity again, but we will straight away activate our approach phase. And we will descend to 3000. But my plane is 47, which is in Seoul. Speed brakes right. So we have to make it in 15 nautical miles, and I have to also get the QNH. The QNH is 1079 now. Okay. 1 second, let me just go to init detail. I just want to see if it's there. I thought it would show me what my landing weight is going to be. I do not trust this thing, because I have to be at 2,500 and I don't think so I can make it for this thing. But so I'll have to use the VDEV. We'll go on -20. Ho Chi Minh traffic, Asiana 763 Heavy is on approach for 25 right. Wind report when established, inbound Zulu from the left, Ho Chi Minh. be monitoring the VDEV. This check. This comes down with my rate of this after my rate of this actually 2,500 when we reach Seoul. Okay, so we are going flux on. So we check flux on. Slats will extend for obvious reasons. Flaps will only extend, as you can see, after 215 knots as we reached. I think I'll have to increase it. Just quite a bit worried about my speed over there. I'll be lowering my landing gear, landing it out. As you can see, the VDEV is quite above this thing, and I'll have to correct CI25 right because this thing cannot be trusted, and that's why the VDEV was above profile. But no worries, we can go on manage mode right now. Approach mode engaged, or bulk mode engaged. Okay. Now we are installing. Speed type flux 2. Approach mode engaged, pilot 1 engaged. I don't know why it's not installed because we were nowhere inside, even inside these bubbles. We were not inside the bubble ports. So, why the hell are you doing this? They didn't go on phase. Nope. We shut this off. We'll continue our approach. Speed check flux 3. It's better to be configured. Pilot 2 engaged, will not engage with our pilot. I think it's because we are doing the zoom output, so it doesn't go in cat through. Let me just try once again. Okay. No, only one on pilot. No worries at all. We'll do a cat 1 approach into the runway. Spoilers on, hot brakes low, run button off lights. Taxi lights. I think we should be descending to 2,500, but since we have the VDEV, I'm going to trust that. Let me just check for any discontinuities. Doesn't matter, okay? Because we'll eventually capture the localizer. I'm just going to FPGA is there. So apparently, since we are overweight, we'll use maximum braking upon touchdown, and I feel that we'll easily touch down. Ho Chi Minh traffic, Asiana 763 heavy turning left for 525 right for report when established Ho Chi Minh. Let's see if there is any traffic, ground or anything. Nope, nothing. Just me, my plane, and the passengers waiting on the ground for the next flight. think we should be descending a bit. Or the lights are present capture again. Yeah. Ho Chi Minh traffic, Asiana 763 heavy established on ILS runway 25 right, 9 miles an hour. Ho Chi Minh. So we will be using max braking, max reversers. And then of course I'll show my landing. And we are crabbing a lot, I think so. No, that was just my planes autopilot. We are getting 30 knots gusting, which means our true airspeed, which is 163. Reference from the ground, it's 133 because of the 28 knots gusting. So yeah.
$2,500.
Okay, spoilers disarmed, flaps up, strobes off, landing lights off, runway turn off lights off, and Ho Chi Minh traffic. Asiana 763 heavy vacated runway 25 right via Papa 4, taxiing via Papa, Ho Chi Minh. Okay, so we vacated via Papa 4. We have to taxi straight. Papa 5, we have to turn correction one time. Yeah, we have to taxi straight to holding point Papa 5 runway 07 right, which will be 25 left. And Ho Chi Minh traffic. Asiana 763 heavy taxiing to holding point Papa 4, correction Papa 5 runway 25 left via Papa 4, Ho Chi Minh. So beautiful arrival at Ho Chi Minh. We'll have to, of course, turn on our strobes. TCAS is already on. Okay, so left is clear. So we are crossing the runway. Right is also clear. And Ho Chi Minh traffic, Asiana 763 heavy crossing runway 25 left on to Papa 5, then via Sierra H, taxiing to Terminal 2 via Sierra, Ho Chi Minh. Okay, strobies come on, running lights on, runway turn off lights on, nose lights take off, TCAS, TERA, everything is good. So these lights which is shining inside the cockpit, that's these. Shouldn't be, but I think X-Print thinks that the body is transparent or something. Okay, we'll stop our chrono. Turning left on the Sierra right now. Okay, I think we missed Sierra, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going for Victor right now. So we'll be taxing to stand of choice T2 via Victor. And Ho Chi Minh traffic, Asiana 5, correction 760 heavy, just a little update. We entered taxi via Victor instead of Sierra. We'll be taxing to stand of choice on Terminal 2 via Victor, Ho Chi Minh. So we'll have to turn off the strobes if I have not turned them off, which I forgot. Taxi lights off, taxi lights to taxi, runway turn off lights off, TCAS off. Weather radar will be going offline. Sorry, my bad weather radar, but you'll have to go now. Your work is finished. Thank you very much. And we are taxiing via Victor. I'll just open the ground movement chart. So we are Victor, we have to then take left on Sierra. We can actually go on Victor also, because that's Terminal 2, but we'll go to the actual gate, which will be on our right from Victor. So yeah, that was our beautiful journey from Incheon to Ho Chi Minh. I said that it's Hanoi by mistake in the start, if I remember. So that's the beautiful level. And the terminal is nothing beautiful. If anything which is beautiful, it's everything else except for the terminal. And the aircraft, of course. Like, dude, look at those reflections over here. What do you mean? Do we have an arrival stand? Nope, we only have T2. So beautiful Asiana Airlines livery touches down in Ho Chi Minh. We'll take the stand over here. Stand number 16 for Asiana Airlines. And since this is on IVAO, the airspace is really very quiet. But IVAO is starting to gain some traction. For the past few days, like last month, the average was 500 flights per day. Like the average, not the average, like if I say the average max flights per day, 500, 600 flights. This month, up till now, the average has gone up to 700 max per day. So you can clearly see some people flying IVAO instead of Watson. Actually, that's a wrong logic, that people are migrating from Watson to IVAO. Like some people might have come from like Pilot Edge or some new pilots. But I was ignoring the VDGS. Sir, why do you tell me to come on your left? Okay. Stopped, parking brake set, and I forgot the APU as usual. APU starter, APU master switch on. Flight directors will be off. LS off. Clear the warning. Let's wait for the APU start. Why is the spoilers up? Are the spoilers up, guys? Oh, my bad. And we go to the APU page. Flap is opened. Let's see if both the jetways connect. Attach jetway. Okay, this one is coming. Both are coming. Nice. Nice and slow. We'll open the door after the engines are off. So APU starting, flaps open. Around 95 it gives the away, because then only the APU gen will come online, as you can see over here. APU bleed on, engines off, and the beacon goes off. So we'll just end the flight right now, both on FlyHub and Pegasus. It's analyzing the flight data, till then we'll close it on Pegasus. Okay, 295 FPM, 1.11 G, not too bad. Since I'm learning how to butter the 330, okay, 6.5. I have to check the number of penalties. Okay, 3.50. Okay, max landing weight exceeded. Okay, that's okay. Stall warning. I don't know why this came online. Default conditions tolerance. I don't know what this is. Altimeter procedure. But I checked the altimeter. Checked altimeter versus the best available impression. Similar to zone mismatch. We have vacuum radar set to 920/1013. No, it was not 290/920. It was not 1013. Oh, so this should be the thing. And I said this. Okay, no worries. We'll now close it on ElevateX. All the pictures. Okay, now we'll close it. Complete flight. What does ElevateX has to show? Nothing. We'll just see the flight recording right now. We'll see how the landing was. two possibilities. Either when I was landing, this was the weather. I was to concentrate on flight directors, remember. Secondly, the second possibility which comes is the weather in the recording is live weather, so it's the real weather at Ho Chi Minh right now. Then just check the Ho Chi Minh latest META. Okay, so the latest META was 58 minutes ago, and that's very old. So real. Not the dome. Bro, that wing flex is crazy. So the derotation was really bad, I think, and because I was above the max landing weight, so yeah, that's that. Bro, that wing flex. Okay guys, so that was it for the flight of today. We'll see you again during the next flight. So stay tuned and have an absolutely fantastic day like always. We'll see you again.